Hey, welcome to Cook by Cass. In this video, we'll be making this delicious cinnamon roll topped with caramel, cream cheese icing, and pecans. You can see that it's really moist. All the ingredients are incorporated well. So let's take a look at the ingredients. And you can screenshot this. So you'll need 2 tablespoons of butter, an ounce of cream cheese, 3 tablespoons of caramel, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/3 cup of chopped pecans. You'll need a tablespoon of granulated sugar and a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. And you're ready to bake cinnamon rolls. And so this is the cream cheese icing that came with mine, but we're going to make homemade cream cheese icing. So you want to start with that ounce of cream cheese. Add your 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, and your cream cheese should be room temperature. It'll just help it incorporate a little bit better. And you want to get your tablespoon of butter, just one, not both of them. You'll need the other one later. You just want to mix that in. And if you find that you're having trouble mixing, you can try to work at it a little bit, or you can heat it up. So you'll see I've been working at it, but I went ahead and heated it up here, and you see a change in the texture. So this is what we're looking for. So this is kind of a comparison, and you can add the store-bought one to it if you need a little more. But yeah, this is the homemade cream cheese icing. So now we're going to do the cinnamon filling, and you just need your tablespoon of butter, adding that cinnamon, and then some of the granulated sugar. So about a tablespoon of that. And just try to work that in. And I actually used coconut sugar, but you can use whatever granulated sugar you have. And so you can add a little heat to it to get the butter to melt a little more. So that's what I'm going to do. So now I've got a little heat on it. You can see it moves around a little easier. And this is just a little bit to enhance the store-bought cinnamon roll dough, because it already has some in there, but you just want to kind of take it up a notch. So now we're going to open our cinnamon rolls. And you just want to get those plated. You can see I already added some of the cinnamon filling to one of them. So now I'm going to show you how I did that. You're really just looking for spaces that are lacking some of the cinnamon filling. And you just want to get that in there. So I'm just looking for areas where I feel like it could be a little fuller. And you'll see the difference once I've added it to all of them, how much fuller they look. And this is really the almost homemade part, because this is what you would do if you were making it from scratch. So now you can see the difference. I've added the cinnamon filling to all of them, just in areas where I felt it needed it. Yeah, so just check them all and make sure they're still wound up pretty tightly. And now you want to transfer them to your baking sheet. Be really careful because they can fall apart. So just take your time, transfer them to the baking sheet. And I put parchment paper on mine. It just makes it easier when they're done to just slide off. Yeah, so this one that I bought, it had 5 of them in. I'm sure you can get more. So then you would just, increase your butter and cinnamon and powdered sugar, increase all those measurements. So now you just want to bake, and bake according to what your package says. I think mine was 18 to 20 minutes. So you can see all the extra cinnamon filling was coming out. So now we're going to put our homemade cream cheese icing on top of the cinnamon roll. And just be really careful. But yeah, however you want to do it, you know, it's warm, so it'll melt and kind of drip down the sides. But yeah, you put as much as you want. And if you need more icing, you can mix in that store-bought one. Or you could just, you know, skip this and use the store-bought one, but be sure to heat it. And if you want, you can add vanilla extract too, to yours. And now I'm going in with the caramel and just adding that on top. And you can actually make your caramel from scratch. I went ahead and used some store-bought caramel and just melted it. But you can make your own caramel. It's pretty simple. So just drizzle that on. And the next thing you're going to want to grab are the chopped pecans. And I toasted mine. You can use yours raw, or you can toast them. But yeah, I just think it adds to it. And yeah, this is something about these, the cream cheese icing, the caramel, and the pecans on the cinnamon roll. It just goes together so well. You can see, it just looks delicious. It looks really good. So here's a few photos. You can see, it looks so good. And I actually started eating it. It's really good. You can see all the caramel, the cream cheese icing, and I actually put a little whipped cream on the side of mine. So I hope now you see why I call these my almost homemade cinnamon rolls. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Please rate and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.